Well, crypto's dumping again. Surprise, surprise. More good times in the cryptocurrency markets as the stocks are just a breath away from hitting new all-time highs. Crypto, man. Crypto. Anyway, we don't have a clear definitive reason. This is why this happened today. So far from what we can see, there's no big deleveraging from like a big fund or something like that, at least not that we know of. We don't have any specific macro events that are particularly spooky markets. Again, maybe we'll find this all out in the next few hours. As of right now, a market sell-off, a deleveraging event, liquidating everybody again. The sharks feed, everyone else gets eaten. It's pretty rough out there, guys. And look, it's been pretty crazy for crypto. I know there's a lot of fear. We're going to talk about some of those things happening in the market, okay? But got to not be shaken out, right? Got to survive. And I know a lot of people are rushing every time there's a small move of the market, leveraging up big time, and then just getting rinsed out again. So, keep the risk down a bit as we go through this period until we break 72K for Bitcoin, whenever that happens. Usually post Bitcoin having about 6 months. But whenever that happens, which is October, by the way, October is when we should hopefully see some excitement happen in the markets. Maybe we finally get that big final leg up in the market. Anyway, let's get into the news, guys. So I did this highly scientific poll yesterday on X. Where does Bitcoin top this cycle? Now, only 14.9% saying the top is already in. Now, are the contrarians right? 74K was it. This is the worst Bitcoin cycle ever. Bear market's here. Recession's here. It's all over. I don't want to believe that. Although there are some worrying things that we can discuss here momentarily. Consensus, 150K. 150K would be pretty good. Diminishing returns from the previous cycle, mind you. But could be interesting. Could be an interesting place. Now, 3.618 fib line up here around 200K. And of course, everybody getting very excited about things like the NVIDIA earnings. Largely, a lot of people looking and saying, well, if the NVIDIA earnings are bad, hold on to your butts. Market's going down. If NVIDIA earnings are good, hold on to your butts. Market's going up. We'll see, of course, how that plays out. But a lot of people are getting chopped up right now. Basically, everybody is going through this emotional cycle on an almost hourly or daily or certainly weekly basis. It's so over. We're so back. We're so back. It's so over once again. Right now, though, as crazy as it seems, we're basically just in a big range at the moment. We'll look at the charts here in a second. I want to share some funnies with you guys first. Point of view when you see drug dealers and off girls buying the third car and you're stuck in the matrix because your crypto coins aren't pumping. This one hits hard, man. As an Ethereum holder myself, the second biggest position in my portfolio, this one hits hard, man. This one hits hard. That's a savage meme. Absolutely savage meme, man. Oh my goodness. Anyway, one of these days, ETH will pop back. Until then, Solana, baby. Solana. Ethereum Max is out here having a nightmare with this chart as the SOL ETH ratio continues to grind higher. Again, that SP 500 within a breath of hitting a new high. We'll see, of course, as we see things coming out over the next few weeks. Francisco says crypto's crap. Even Lark admitted he sold. Again, that was to avoid a massive liquidation, right? It's a tough call to make at a tough time. But it was the right call to make because I saved a much larger percentage of my portfolio by liquidating some of my altcoins and stuff like that. So not the biggest deal in the world, okay? Still have very, very big crypto bags for better or for worse because look at this. Look at this. This, my friends, just zoom in a little more. Look, this is the yield curve. Has been inverted for a very long time now. As you can see, we started the inversion back here in July 22. Now, we'll zoom in right there. This is happening. We've normalized. We're at zero right now. We are at zero right now, potentially leading to an uninversion, which historically has been a bearish signal for stock markets, showing that a recession is coming. Longest uninversion, I think, in history at this point. So not grand. The plans, Biden stocks are double topping. Watch stocks crash. Profits are pumped into crypto over the next few months. Could be interesting. Could see a double top in the SPX. Of course, obviously, we want to see some strength build up there that continue crushing higher. This is going to be weighing on markets, though. A lot of smart people are looking at that and going, is this time really going to be different? Because this is something that has so many times come before a big recession. And of course, then following market crash. Stocks tend not to do very well in recessions. So we'll see how this plays out. That could still trend back down. This may not be the final inversion. It's basically at normalization level right now. So we'll see how that plays out over the next few days. Definitely something to be watching, though. A lot of smart money is going to be watching that very thing right there. Ethereum. Looking at the price action here, you can really understand that meme. Brutal. Again, second biggest portfolio holding of mine currently. So we'll see how it goes. Wild, of course, that the Ethereum Foundation once again sold a local top here at $2,800. They sold $100 million worth of Ethereum. Good job, Ethereum Foundation. Good job. I guess that Vitalik Ethereum meme bull post got it going, huh? Anyway, Ethereum, man. Solana, of course, continuing to hold up because it is, refer back to this again. Solana holding up currently above the 200-day EMA, although it has lost the shorter-term 50 and 100-day EMA moving averages. Ethereum still way, way down. Look at that. The 100-day EMA is about to give us a bull cross. Got the bull cross in the 50-day recent, or the bear cross on the 50-day back here on the 12th of August, trading well below all major moving averages right now. I guess hopium here for you is that all we have to do is retake $2,800 and retake a major area of price resistance and the 50-day EMA, potentially starting a new bit of an uptrend here for Ethereum. Until that happens, though, hold on to your butts. Real quick as well, if you're a cryptocurrency trader, link down below. You can get signed up to Bybit. They got some crazy deals going on right now. So 2 things you'll get when you sign up using that link. Not available for those in the UK and USA, unfortunately. You will get a $500 fee trade. So basically a $500 ETH or Bitcoin or like Pepe or something like that trade. You could keep all the profits from that trade, of course. Plus, you'll get some tickets for their raffle they have going on right now, which is funded trading accounts, F1 tickets, all kinds of cool stuff. So check it out. Link down below. So, they're also doing a launch pool for order, by the way. So if you have MNT tokens or order tokens, or I think USDT, you can actually farm some order tokens, maybe something to do while the markets are being a bit boring at the moment. Price of Bitcoin, of course, broke down from this rising wedge pattern, unfortunately. Price now back at the 200-day EMA, erasing all of our gains from the last few days. That was just a news-driven pump. Unfortunately, as I was saying yesterday, this is the area we really want to see hold to say that, okay, this move could have some legs to it. Well, we basically rewound the entire move and back to the price of, well, last week. Not that dramatic when you think about it. Now, of course, when price goes down 5 or 6% in a day, everybody starts freaking out, thinking, oh my gosh, these are the end times. As Mark here pointing out, and yes, it's a very good point, August and September are historically weak months. Absolutely. 100% they are. First week of August is usually the worst month of the year. Again, we got to get all the trad fibros and all the people with money off the beach. Come on, vacation's over, guys. Get back, start bidding coins already. September, also usually a pretty lackluster month. Rate cuts coming in September 18th. That could spur a bit of excitement into the markets leading into that or just after that. So that's something to watch out for. Everybody, of course, now pinning their hopes on October to come. So we shall see. Right now, though, not much to report for the price of Bitcoin. We are in a big, fat, nasty range right now. And everybody keeps getting excited and every move up by a couple of percent and then freaking out every move down by a couple of percent. And yeah, it's not fantastic right now. We're seeing the moving averages, being continually rejected here, right? We've struggled for weeks to get back over the 50-day, only to get blasted back down. The market is chopping people up right now. Chopping people up, okay? Paul says if your rookies use stop losses, you wouldn't be down. Also, if you guys are trading the market, make sure you're managing risk, okay? Keeping your position sizing sane, using stop losses, looking for invalidation points on your trading calls and stuff like that, okay? Just keep all that in mind, all right? Credible sharing this one. We are watching a whale get hunted in real time. A $77 million position, currently down $4 million. Liquidation point at 53K. Now, I don't know if they're actually going to be able to get that liquidated or not, but my goodness gracious. That's a crazy size position, man. Crazy. Some people have so much money. It's wild. Largest liquidation cascade we've seen over a year. Now, that's insane. Even worse than Black Monday at the beginning of August. This is back at the beginning of August, by the way, Black Monday. You can see here the levels of liquidations that happened on the given days. This is all in one day, of course, another big liquidation event. I mean, how is there even that much left to liquidate? My goodness gracious, everyone's getting chopped up. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts seeing some of this stuff happen. A little bit of hoping here for you. Bitcoin weekly RSI doing what it always does, says Neste. Reaches 85.88 pre-halving, resets back to mid values for the final post-halving extension into the upper downtrend. A big move always followed from here. So a lot of that conversation now about as we move forward in the market cycle. Of course, if it's not all over, U.S. recession, yield curve, et cetera, it's all just going to go to absolute crap and things are going to go way lower than you possibly think they're going to go. Or we get one nice final leg up in the market, which could last for 6 to 8 months or something like that. From the time of, let's say, September, we start rallying around the Fed cuts and we finish up in February, March, April, something like that, with a final rally up, kind of like we did in 21, but without the kind of excitement, almost a sort of a final technical rally, if you will, minus the sort of widespread normie aping that we had because everybody's getting stimulus checks back in 21, right? What's interesting, though, huge amounts of Bitcoin are exiting exchanges. Kyle here sharing significant Bitcoin outflows in July and August, signal bullish sentiment. 60K BTC withdrawn July 5th, 50K on the 16th, 45K on August 27th. Just yesterday, 45,000 Bitcoin was taken off exchanges. That is an entire German government sale right there. Crazy. Cointelegraph saying Bitcoin exchange withdrawals spike, bullish or bearish. Major exchanges now holding 12.5% less Bitcoin than on January 1st. This suggests investors might be gearing up to hodl. Bitcoin still struggling to break through 65K. Obviously, the market remains choppy. Recent failed attempts to push higher have left traders wondering if a deeper correction of 53K is on the horizon for the next leg up. Large withdrawals often signal bullish intent as investors pull their coins off exchanges to avoid selling, but with short-term price action looking grim, will we see a quick recovery or is more turbulence ahead? Despite the bullish sentiment behind these moves, don't ignore the downside risk with exchange reserve dropping and prices holding strong. Might be a bumpy ride for BTC before it makes a decisive move, because remember, this is the range, big fat range right here. And until, of course, we're now hanging right around this very critical level. 62K is this very, very important level. As you can see back here through the entirety of the range, we've had a lot of areas of support right around 62K. The bottom end of the range now here, right around, of course, low 50s is sort of the key area here from all the way back here. And at the top, 72K. 72K remains the line to beat until we cross over 72K. Expect more of this to happen in markets. Expect more chop. Expect more of having your conviction tested. Expect more chaos in markets. Once we cross over 72K, whenever that happens, that's when we set off to the races for the final leg of the cycle. Right? Because once that happens, number go up, technology gets activated. That is the flame that brings all the normie moths in. And then hopefully you can sell your bags for much more than you bought them for. Obviously, that's what we want to see happen. So very interesting area for us to be in. Again, just ranging sideways, but also in a downtrend. Do not forget that this is a downtrend still until otherwise decided, right? So this was the major peak here, down, down, lower peaks, lower peaks, lower peaks, lower peak. So until we get some real moves here in the market, we just keep putting in these damn lower peaks. The downtrend continues. Okay. Okay. But hey, ETF buyers are still buying too. We have had major withdrawals by whales from the exchanges. We're also seeing this Hong Kong Bitcoin ETFs surpass Hong Kong 2 billion assets under management, which is not that much, not 2 billion US dollars. So that's going to be some few hundred million US. So not crazy amounts of money, basically one day of BlackRock buying, but still money is flowing into ETF products globally. Right now, we saw a big move out of ARK Bitcoin ETFs today, but BlackRock has been a pretty steady buyer. You know, for reference, just to give you some perspective on how things have gone the past few weeks. Last week, look at this. We had about $500 million. About $500 million come in, right? That's huge money. We're up to a total of $18 billion net inflows for Bitcoin ETF products. We don't have the numbers for BlackRock today. If they're buying today, we've had some huge buys. BlackRock consistently buying, basically missing like one day, the entirety of the Bitcoin ETF time. So BlackRock loves Bitcoin, okay? Wall Street loves Bitcoin. Tell you what they don't love, Ethereum. Holy cow. Ethereum ETFs just keep bleeding. Well, the grayscale bleeding has largely slowed down to the point to be irrelevant. $9.5 million yesterday, 9.2 million today. We haven't seen the buyers step up. BlackRock been largely absent, 0. So we're just waiting for them to actually step back up now and to, at some point, start buying. We'll see when that happens. NASDAQ announced a plan to offer options on a Bitcoin index. That's cool. Could bring some new heat to Bitcoin when that happens. Perspective here from this guy, Decode. Bitcoin's 12.5% lower, maybe 16, 17%, something like that today. Then it was at the 73K local high back in March. Think about it for a moment, 12.5% is nothing in this market. If 73K was a cycle top after nearly 7 months, we'd be down at least 50% by now, if not much more, which is, interesting perspective. Usually when the market tops, we see the price go down very, very hard, very fast, not just being 12, 15% down, something like that, okay? Consider that Bitcoin bear market typically lasts about a year and retraces 80% move. The fact that we are only down 12.5% after 7 months, but again, a little more today, should be enough of a signal. Just a very long, boring, and very frustrating sideways consolidation period in a Bitcoin bull market that has a way to go. We're only 4 months post-Bitcoin halving right now. Usually it takes about 6 months, which is, of course, October. Fingers crossed for a good October this year. I hope you were writing Satoshi, telling him, dear Satoshi, I wish for a great October this year. Please pump my coins. We got some news to report on the Telegram blockchain, by the way. So we had this big dogs airdrop, and apparently that stress test maxed out the Telegram open network. Of course, Telegram founder still in France. Rumors spreading now that he was actually duped by the president of France, who had invited him for a dinner and then arrested him the second he arrived. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's an interesting rumor floating around today. Anyway, Telegram maxed out at 280 transactions per second, much less than the theoretical 55,000 that are claimed. CoinVision says we are a month late for uptrend based on previous halving cycles, perhaps, but also we had that early cycle peak, right, at 74K local peak. Let's hope, of course, that perhaps that distorted things a little bit, but we shall see. Again, U.S. recession comes, all bets are off. TON scan data shows the TON network has not generated any blocks for nearly 3 hours. Come on, Telegram. Come on, Telegram Open Network. What is this? What is this crap, man? Adam says September is a bloodbath month. Could be. Hold on to your butts if so. Anyone need to buy a kidney? This guy's got a kidney for sale. You'll probably need your kidney in the future, okay? Just gonna put that out there. Don't sell your kidneys, guys. Not kidney selling advice. But crazy. TON currently down. It's just been crushed since they got Pavel in custody in France. Ever since that point, the price of Telegram network has been going down. And look, I know in those situations it's tempting to run and buy the dip, but when you have these sort of news-driven events, that's okay. Well, what's going to happen to the founder of Telegram? Is he going to be locked away for years or in and out of court, stuck in France? What's that mean for the Telegram open network, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? What's that mean for money coming into it? What's that mean for the future of Telegram itself? As Telegram gets shut down, what is the future of the Telegram open network? Does it even point to have that blockchain anymore? A lot of these questions start circling around, creating fear in investors, which can lead to sell-offs that are bigger than you might expect. In spite of the fact that up until Pavel getting arrested, Telegram was looking pretty good. Now we have this kind of stuff all happening. It all happens at once, right? It all happens at once, every damn time. Few quick thoughts to share. This one from Ansem. He said, crypto trends so hard that you feel like an idiot for not having your entire net worth invested, and then it has extended to periods of downtrend and predatory price action that convince you the entire industry is a scam. Abso-freaking-lutely, man. We are currently in the latter. You have to survive to get to the former. Crypto's not going anywhere. Crypto's not going anywhere. That's the important thing to remember. The prices, sometimes they can remain irrational longer than you can remain sane or solvent. Okay? So try not to get chopped up again. Okay? Lori says, I live in France. They will let him go. They better. It's interesting to see that, because I guess he's got 4 passports. He's a St. Kitts and Nevis citizen. He's a citizen of Russia. He's a citizen of France. They might be able to get him on that one. And he's a citizen of the UAE. So the UAE and Russia are about now both putting pressure on France, saying, what's this crap? Give us our guy back. But France, of course, because he's got a French passport, apparently, will have a claim on him saying, no, that's our guy now. He's French. We can get him. So I don't know what's going to play out. Lori, I hope that you're right and they release him and that everything ends up being okay for Pavel. If he gets released, if they drop the charges, which there's a lot of charges, I doubt they're going to drop the charges, maybe be released on bail, but he'll be stuck in France and facing court and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of things could still play out here. Jay here sharing dollar cost average. Don't get liquidated. Stop checking your trading view every day. Stay redacted longer than shorts can stay solvent. Keep that day job. Rotate your treasury bills into Bybit, Bitcoin, BlackRock Bitcoin shares. Buy those tickets to token 2049 breakpoint. Come up with a plan. Send that DM. Write that thread. We are going to make it. Stay locked in with the industry, guys. Crypto's not going anywhere. It's not. It's not. For all the wild moments I've been through in crypto, it's never gone anywhere. Bitcoin's never stopped making blocks. Well, some other blockchains have. Looking at you, Telegram and Solana sometimes. I mean, come on. Anyway, it's interesting that if you just stay dialed in and keep your time preferences low enough, and you don't leverage up too much. Lark, don't leverage up again. Come on. Jeez Louise. Anyway, then you're probably going to be okay. Okay? Okay. I'll share this one with you as a last thought from other people here on Twitter, and then we'll jump into your questions. Mercury saying, let's talk about generational bottoms, golden bull runs. Is it justifiable? Absolutely. We've been consolidating beneath all-time highs for 6 months. I'd hope you're at least considering that scenario for the industry that you give your time to daily. And you wouldn't be allowing other people's opinions to sway you so much that you didn't believe it was possible to some degree deep down. Because it's likely you join this space for the sheer upside volatility, the ability for coins to reprice upwards, exponentially defying all logic, which they can, and they do sometimes. So it's not crazy to think that the reason you join may play out before your eyes, whether that be in the near or distant future is unimportant to the purpose of this post. But know why you joined. And at any given time, there will always be a cabal of sorts calling for that extreme upside scenario, which creates an inherent fear to miss out. That's natural. Remember October 23, January 24. Remember the countless airdrops, the NFTs, the ordinals, the majors, the meme coins rallying, 100x, AI narrative, all the trench plays underneath the hottest layer 1 ecosystem as well. All this stuff that happened, all that might be made in a very short amount of time. Remember when you're complaining to your friends that there was too much opportunity? Or I was saying, like, guys, like drinking from a fire hose, so much happening every day. You felt overwhelmed, even like you need a break. You're priced out of certain plays. You didn't have enough capital to properly allocate to all the plays you wanted to capture. I remember being guilty of the above. I literally trade crypto full time, he says. So imagine that environment, but on steroids. That's what happens when Bitcoin manages to stay in a rally past its previous all-time high. If freezing hits as a proxy. So you're fearful that if you present with countless opportunities once again, that you'll find a way to screw it up. But you know who has that fear? People that consistently screw up opportunities. So the rabbit keeps digging the hole. Now we have to figure out why he screwed up those opportunities last time. When you sit down and consider you come to a sudden realization. It all boils down to fear, even FOMO, right? Fear to the downside, fear to the upside. It's the same fear you have now. Makes you believe markets are scarce. You only have one shot to make it, which is something interesting. I just, as an aside here, every single day, no matter what's going on, every single day you come to this market, there are opportunities. There are opportunities every day. Every day. You may not like some of those opportunities. Some of those opportunities may be beyond your risk comfort zone, your technical skill, but there are opportunities every single day out here. There are new meme coins being launched, making almost overnight millionaires. There are people who can confidently short the market and make money, etc., etc., etc. He said that fear was your handicap last time, it'll be your downfall once again, but overcoming that fear has nothing to do with conquering the market. You can't predict the next rally or even the extent of it. It has everything to do with conquering your mind, eradicating unnecessary fears that only hinder you in your performance so that you can begin taking comfort and risk in the unknown of markets. Fear is the mind killer. True. Great quote from Dune. Stop fearing the market. Find comfort in it because opportunity is abundant. Word up, man. I dig it. So, Slade says, I sold Bitcoin and ETH a while ago. Glad I did. You can hardly invest anymore. Just wait till it crashes, then buy, and then sell when it goes up. Buy low, sell high, guys. Buy low, sell high. You know, and there's certainly the hold on a second. There's certainly a lot to be said for just being in and out of the markets and being comfortable enough to just go into cash, right? Or if you want just to have your long-term Bitcoin stash, right? Certainly can make a lot of sense in these crazy markets. Somo says, love Arrow and Jupe. Two of my biggest altcoin plays. Lots of potential. Hopefully just delays recession, please. Fingers crossed. U.S. economy has remained oddly stubborn in face of all these sort of bad indicators, but it's stubborn until it's not. That's, of course, what's going to freak everybody out. Lark, how come literally no bullish news makes a difference? Any one of these news stories last cycle would have pumped it. I know. Oh, I know. It's just where we are right now in the cycle. Stocks a breath away from all-time highs. Crypto is just getting battered again and again and again and again and again. It's rough. It's been a rough market cycle without a doubt. So if you're still here, you're surviving. You're doing good. You're doing good, guys. Save some powder for the inevitable WTF chafe. There you go. It's always happened in markets. Nothing gets me more hyped than crypto and a good old Dune quote. Yes. I think they're making the next Dune movie, aren't they? They're making what is it? Dune Messiah. That's the next one, isn't it? In the series. So I think they're gonna make Dune Messiah, and if that goes well, maybe we'll even get children of Dune. I don't know if they need to make books 4 and 5. Stuff starts getting a little weird when, like, you know, Paul's son becomes like the Emperor God Worm, and like that's all a bit like, you know, hardcore sci-fi stuff. I'm not sure it's gonna play very well in a big screen movie, but books 2 and 3 could make some pretty good film. So we'll see if they get that all approved or not. With the election coming up, surely the recession will be delayed indirectly. I think they're going to try. They certainly don't want to have a complete epic meltdown of markets right before the election, right? They're going to do everything possible to make sure the incumbent can sail into victory, right? I'm beginning to think that a meme coin is the only way to go. Crazy to think that a lot of meme coins are holding up pretty well. And look, the meme coin game is very player versus player. It's very cyclical. A lot of meme coins. I mean, look at how many meme coins have launched recently, right? It's crazy. I was actually looking at Nairo on ETH today because that was like the big thing for a few weeks, right? And, you know, maybe it comes back, has a big pump. We shall see. But it's down 60, 70%, which is pretty normal for meme coins, mind you. But you see how fast the capital moves from point A to point B in this space. Something that's the big thing of the week. Next week, not so big, right? Now everybody's on Tron memes and whatever else. And I think Resistance Dog on Telegram went up like 200% this week or something. I guess he not probably doing very well right now because you can't trade the damn thing because the Telegram blockchain's down. But anyway. Calvin says, bad day, but why the drama over a single day correction? That's what markets do, man. That's markets do. You know, the big picture, again, if you're just the dollar cost averager in a Bitcoin, you're probably just chilling, man. You don't care. But a lot of people, of course, myself included, we go down the altcoin rabbit hole, all that kind of stuff, trying to outperform the market versus Bitcoin, trying to stack more Bitcoin, right? Get altcoin gains, stack it into Bitcoin, long-term success, right? That's the idea anyway. Mark says, no recession will happen for political reasons. It's all a show. Does Jerome Powell get to come in September and save everybody? Will that be enough of a narrative for the markets to pump? We shall see. Adam says, stocks can correct anytime because stocks are in bullish momentum since last year. Perhaps the yen carry trade crisis of a few weeks ago was enough to say, okay, it's good enough for now. That was our good repositioning, deleveraging, et cetera, et cetera. Or maybe we need to come back down and retest, you know, some of these farther off moving averages. But we'll see. Market's trending up right now. Market's trending up currently for the SPX. So we shall see. Just zoom out on that a little bit there so you can see. Right now, everything's still trending up for the moment. Can all change very quickly, but for the moment, still on an uptrend above all key moving averages. So let's keep an eye on that. Of course, we start seeing those trending down, then you might be in a bit of trouble. But for the moment, okay. Again, the U.S. economy, despite all the battering, despite the consumers suffering, despite different things showing that maybe inflation is going to rear its ugly head again soon, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's a window of opportunity. Come on, Bitcoins, have that nice big fat leg up. We can all just sell in March and just forget about it for 18 months and come back in and buy the bottom. That'd be fantastic. Can it be that easy? Don't know. We'll see. Hey, Lark, am I dumb for believing that Solana will take ETH's place in the long run? A lot of people are talking like that right now. And just need to reference back to this. This is the funniest meme, I tell you. Feel that as an Ethereum holder. I really do. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Will Solana flip Ethereum in the long run? Maybe long run. I know that the talk of like, okay, the flippening and that Solana is going to flip Ethereum this cycle and stuff like that. Look, ETH is a hated asset right now. I've even got a video coming out on that in a few days, breaking down some of those arguments, talking about where the sentiment is right now with Ethereum and stuff like that. So definitely can jive on why people have been so pessimistic on ETH recently. We got the ETFs and nothing happened. Wall Street didn't show up at all, which kind of surprised me. And not to say they completely didn't show up, but, you know, the total money in is negative $500 million right now. Look at this. Total money in $500 million negative. So we've had basically $2 billion of repositioning, right? We have had $1 billion of inflows into the BlackRock Ethereum ETF products, but Wall Street money's waiting. They're waiting, I guess, for the market to resolve itself a little bit or whatever. They're still buying Bitcoin. Lark, what are the chances we get a stunted cycle due to recession or black swan crisis? Wouldn't blow my mind. Maybe we've been so accustomed to what is kind of relatively easy mode. Every 4 years, you get a big market cycle. Maybe it's time for us to eat some humble pie and not get that. But I still think the best days of this market are ahead of it. I think as soon as we crack 72K, whenever that's going to happen, that will send the market off to the races for some amount of time. And that'll probably be the time to really start considering getting some money off the table. But that's always a possibility. But again, crypto's not going away. Maybe we have an earlier bear market than expected. We totally break the 4-year cycle. The Bitcoin halving cycles no longer mean anything. It's all thrown out the window, and we start trading just much more online, as we kind of have been to some extent with equity markets. We're getting more and more Wall Streetified all the time. Lark doesn't own a comb. I technically do. I just don't use it. Views on Aptos. I don't think about it very much. I guess it's one of the Solana killers. Don't think about it that much. It's hard to say, man. I don't. My bags are so packed. I really don't want to buy any new positions. I think it's enough. It's enough. What I got right now will be fine. Crunk says, Lark, did you get into Godcat on base? Absolutely not. I did not. 260% since our last entry. Good for you, man. Good for you. Lark, did you finally capitulate and get on to the SOL train? Just watching, man. Just watching. Lloyd TV says, I don't care now. I'm waiting till September 2025, then selling all my bags. There you go. Be interesting if, oh crap, Luke says, damn it, Lark, I'm reading the book. I'm sorry if I spoiled anything. Sorry. Talking about Dune. Whoever said me, nobody ever said that's crazy, man. Memes are probably the most risky thing in this market for a wide variety of reasons. Good day, mate. What advice do you have for us that are now tuning into crypto? Welcome to the party, right? You know, it's interesting. When I first got into crypto, I actually got in after sort of there had been a nice peak on the markets. The markets were down quite a bit when I got in. And I was like, holy crap, that's an opportunity. I need to start learning about it and getting in the market. And of course, the FOMO takes over and you go from buying your first bit of Bitcoin to like, holy shit, what shit coins can I buy? And so I bought some XRP and I bought some NEM and I bought some Digibyte. And then a few weeks later, I was like, why did I buy this crap? I kept the NEM for the whole cycle in 17, but Digibyte and XRP, I didn't hold on to those bags for very long. But look, if you are new to the market, welcome to the party. Understand this is a crazy volatile market. The first thing to do, go out and start learning. Learn. While we are in this chop phase, before we break over 72K, or I guess enter a new horrific bear market, one or the other, while we are in this chop phase, it's a great time to learn because you've got time on your hands right now. How much time remains to be seen, but go learn about Bitcoin first, learn about Ethereum, try to figure out what Solana is. I've got lots of great videos. Other people have lots of great videos, lots of great articles to read on it. Figure it out. And then when you're ready, start taking some action, but figure out what you're buying first. Figure out what these assets are, the value propositions, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Figure out your own risk profiles because you're going to see every single day people making, all kinds of money on meme coins and stuff, but there's a lot of insiders, a lot of bullshit, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So understand that you don't need to take wild risks in this market to do well in this market. Depends on what kind of risk you're looking to take, right? So think about risk-adjusted returns. Right now, Bitcoin's still up about 2 to 1 versus the S&P 500 this year. It's not too bad, is it? Long-term, of course, Bitcoin tends to do pretty gosh darn well. Dollar cost average in, take your time, keep your risk low. Paul Barron says, big news on AVAX tomorrow. Well, I guess we'll see. It'd be great for my AVAX bags. Should have sold my bags back in March, April, then bought back in with all these dips. I think for me, obviously we all should have done that. No, I think for me, what's been surprising is just how long this sort of consolidation chop has lasted. We're still in a downtrend for Bitcoin. It's been interesting. I feel like we all got a little too excited by the early pump due to the Bitcoin ETFs. Maybe now we're just kind of getting back on track with what is relatively, hopefully going to be a 4-year cycle. Again, assuming there's not a big US recession that derails all markets and breaks our 4-year cycle. But I don't think that 72K, 73, 74, 74K, 73,900, whatever the heck it was, I don't think that was the top for the cycle. Okay. So maybe we'll go up to 150K, maybe we go up to 200K, and that can happen in a very short amount of time. So let's say October becomes real. US recession keeps getting kicked down the road. Yeah, the yield curve's uninverting, but that might give us 6 months. So is that September, October, November, December, January, February before things really start to break in the economy? Maybe. Misha says, I'm frustrated with these cryptocurrency crash. It seems like the market's being manipulated by bears. Lark, do you think it's a good idea to wait until October to profit from Bitcoin? Look, like I said, usually we see 6 months post Bitcoin halving, prices start to take off. Whales are buying, Bitcoin ETFs are buying. I know it doesn't feel like that on a day like today when you see the price go down like it has, but it is the truth. That is what's happening. How long this downtrend remains in play remains to be seen, but won't last forever. So keep an eye on the markets. Hopefully, of course, we don't get any worsening economic data. Of course, now we have to watch out for the unemployment data. If unemployment data is bad at the start of September, probably not going to be any good for markets. We'll probably see a big dip in markets. And with Bitcoin and the broader crypto market already looking so weak, probably not going to be amazing. If they come in around expectation or those unemployment numbers come in slightly better than expectation, then that could be good for markets. So that's the big thing to watch out for. Next release for that data is September 6th. So next week sometime. Maybe Solana is bad for crypto. All retail is going to memes and everyone's losing their money overnight. Therefore, no money is going to safer bets. It's interesting. I've heard a similar thing about Ethereum back in 2017. Ethereum's bad for cryptos. It's just ICOs and there's no real use case beyond that. And this is Solana's 2017 moment where it gets these big, strong use cases, which are the meme coin casinos right now. But there's also a lot of other stuff being built over there too. So I wouldn't discount Solana just because the meme coin casinos are very popular. They also have a lot of other stuff going on. I think we're seeing a lot more attention being given to now that people are getting a little too tired of getting burnt out on these damn meme coins all the time. Okay, let's catch up here. Ethan, the only thing I'm asking for is to be profitable this cycle. Fingers crossed. Will T Money, this isn't a downtrend, it's a blip on the radar. Well, today's price action is a blip on the radar, but again, this is the downtrend we're talking about. We've been in a downtrend for most of the year for Bitcoin. We've had some great moves, but essentially we keep putting in lower peaks. That's a downtrend. Now, today's price action, yeah, just a bit of a blip. Not such a big deal, of course, unless there's some big follow through on that. Probably we bounce back and start having to grind back up past all these areas, price resistance. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired. Aren't you? That's how it feels sometimes. But yeah, today's price action is not a downtrend, but the overall downtrend has been going on for a while is what I'm referring to. When Base season, man, what's crazy with Base is the numbers on Base have been so insane. The number of on-chain users and the amount of money flowing and all that kind of stuff. Where are the coin pumps, Base? Why are Brett and Arrow and Benji and Miggles my Base bags? By the way, if you want to see what's in my portfolio, link down below in the description. As always, pinned comment on X. You'll also find a risk statement there because investing in crypto is risky. You can lose all your money, obviously. When they do the first rate cut, does that normally coincide with a temporary crash? The thing to keep in mind with the rate cut is that if a rate cut happens in a recession, that could result in a much larger sell-off in the markets. If the rate cuts happen outside of a recession, generally a bullish catalyst. Currently, there is no recession. I know people are saying, but it feels like a recession, but it's not because earnings continue to be good enough for most companies. Consumers are feeling the pinch, but they're not destroyed, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So still some potential here for that to work out pretty well in our favor. So we'll keep an eye out for it, of course. Unemployment data, again, becomes the major issue to watch. Cartoon said lower low could take us down to the early 40Ks. Good. Hopefully not. I feel like hopefully not from the perspective of man, the sentiment's just going to be so bad if that happens. And of course, it'd be hilarious to see us then rage back up beyond 72 beyond that. But yeah, again, people are being absolutely challenged this cycle. It's been pretty crazy. When Lambo? November, maybe. We'll see. River Big says this is all you'd shake out. The number of events that keep coming is ludicrous. Yep. Lark, do you think a major pump will come after a Trump win? We shall see. Definitely, whether it comes immediately or not is a different question, but depends on the kind of economy that Trump's inheriting and what things are, messed around with in the background between now and the election and all that kind of stuff. But if Trump does win, he's definitely got a very pro-crypto team behind him. Tulsi Gabbard's come out and endorsed him. She is a Bitcoiner. She's spoke at Bitcoin Magazine's conference last year. RFK Jr. is now supporting Trump. He's a big Bitcoiner. JD Vance owns Bitcoin. Trump owns Ethereum. Trump just sold his fourth NFT collection, or is about to sell his fourth NFT collection. So we've got a very pro-crypto team coming in here. What was it? He got one of the guys. I can't remember the name of the hedge fund, but he's got some big hedge fund guy coming on board who is an economic advisor or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but that dude's like super into Bitcoin. He talked to the Bitcoin conference as well. Elon has said that he will be an advisor. Obviously Elon's pretty busy, but he can do some advising, and he's of course pro crypto. So a lot of pro crypto people coming in to that administration if that's the case. Ooh, we'll do one or two more here, guys, and we'll finish up. I'm only holding blue chip meme coins in my portfolio. May you live long and prosper, my friend. Blue chip and meme coins. I'm not sure that's a phrase we can necessarily truly have, as Jesse says. Only Dogecoin, huh? Yeah, maybe that's the only one we can really consider a blue chip meme. Everything else is too new, man. I know you might think like Pepe and stuff have got some real staying power. Maybe they do. But yeah, memes, man. Memes. Lark, are you using the Bybit exchange app to store some crypto? They offer 17.929% for 1 year Bitcoin staking, 18.9% in USDT. My guess, Misha, not financial advice, stay the hell away. Stay away. Run. If you put money there now, get it out now. Who the hell is offering 17.29% for putting your Bitcoin there for a year? Those are stupid numbers. And if it's a centralized exchange, I would not trust that at all. No way I'd put my money there. Just looking at the rates. If their rate was like 2 or 3%, it's probably something more likely you're going to get for lending your Bitcoin, if you want to take that risk for that kind of number. But 17.29%, that's not looking good, dude. That's not looking good. Warning. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're super legit. I don't know. I've literally never heard of Bybit exchange, but holy crap. Those kind of rates just scream like run away. Be careful. Be really careful, dude. Seriously. Lark, do you think Render will go parabolic? I like Render. I don't have any Render. I think it's a great big cap play for AI stuff. They've got a lot of great partnerships, and they got the guy from Stability AI on the board and stuff like that. So Render is definitely one to watch. When AI hype season returns at some point, as I'm sure it will at some point, then it's probably an interesting play to watch. Imagine if you buy 15 of those Trump cards, get all the free stuff, and they go down 75%. Are they worth it then? As with any NFT, Trump cards or any NFT, don't buy them for investment purposes, guys. They're They're fun. Look at it as a collectible card, okay? Alfred E. Newman, what's up? Used to love reading your magazines back in the day, dude. USDT was paying 22% on Hotbit and KuCoin. Generally, those kind of really big rates are like limited. Like you put like $1,000 there to get that. And look, you can find some pretty good rates for stable coins. The stable coin rate's not the one that worries me so much. It's the Bitcoin rate on Whitebit. Again, I don't know anything about the exchange. Maybe there's some legitimate reason that they have that. Just like it just sends the alarm bells off my brain. Who's given that kind of rate on Bitcoin? You can't get that kind of rate in DeFi. You can't. Who's given that kind of rate on Bitcoin? That's ridiculous. There's no reason for that. Stable coins, especially in DeFi, you can find some pretty damn good rates sometimes. So there's that, okay, to consider. So sometimes really big stablecoin rates, they're usually short term and like incentives or whatever. And if you go on some of the decentralized exchanges and provide liquidity, which is not without risk, obviously, then you can sometimes get some pretty good rates there. That being said, Bitcoin rates like that raise alarm bells. So psychedelic astronaut, about 4 INJ and 1,000 beam today, and now I'm eating baked beans for dinner. Hope it pays off for you, man. Hope it pays off. RJ, I'm up 60,000% this year, my dude. It's a good number. NFT season needs to come. NFTs, man. Holy crap. Holy crap. All right. They're giving 100% on Ape on Binance. Again, usually those are like really short-term promotions, right? You can only get so you can only put like 100 Ape coins in or something like that. Usually doesn't scale very much. Usually just promotional things to get people to bring their money over and play around and all that kind of stuff. Let's finish the BitConnect. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for joining today's stream. I'll see you back tomorrow. Stay safe, survive, don't over leverage. I'll see you next time. Bye.